Welcome back to Dan's channel. Yugi-Oh is a popular manga series. Its influence has opened up a new game that is famous all over the world, which is Magic Duel. Throughout the story are the appearance of thousand-year-old treasures, which play an important role in tying events together. Let's find out the truth about the 7,000-year treasures in this anime with Dan. First, let's find out the origin of these 7,000-year-old treasures. 3,000 years ago, Egypt was ruled by Pharaoh Akhenaten, a calm and peace-loving person. Faced with the threat of a neighboring country's invasion, Pharaoh had to listen to his twin brother, Magic Duel, to perform dark alchemy translated from the Millennium Bible, creating 7,000-year-old treasures. In order to create the Millennium treasures, the sorcerer Akunadi killed all the inhabitants of Kul-Il-Na, the village of grave robbers, to sacrifice their souls in a ritual between God and darkness. The blood of 99 people's lives mixed with burnt gold, making 7 treasures, that are Millennium Puzzle, Millennium Eye, Millennium Ring, Millennium Scale, Millennium Key, Millennium Rod, Millennium Necklace. 7 treasures were given to the pharaoh and 6 sorcerers to protect Egypt from invasion, and to maintain justice and order in the kingdom, by enslaving the dark souls of criminals. Although they have special abilities, they contain scary things, because they are created from a part of the power of the great demon Zork Necrophage. Let's learn more about them. Number 1. Millennium Scale. Like the remaining 6 treasures, the Millennium Scale is also created by pure gold and the fresh blood of 99 innocent people. 3,000 years ago, this treasure belonged to the great sorcerer Kareem. It can be said that, this is the heaviest and most powerful treasure in the task of judging criminals at that time. Specifically, the Millennium Scale helps its owner to measure all the good and bad deeds that a person has done, know the truth and falsehood, right and wrong from the testimony of the offender. From there, it helps to make decisions about punishment or leniency for them. If in front of the balance, silence or answer the wrong question, the criminal will immediately be pushed to hell by the Egyptian god. In addition, it can also fuse Ka in monster battles. Currently, the Millennium Scale belongs to Shadi, whose behavior and purpose are extremely mysterious. Number 2. Millennium Eye. This is one of the treasures that many people wish to have the most. It has the ability to see into the minds of others. When possessing this Millennium Eye, its possessor can easily read the mind of the opponent. In return, the owner of this treasure must also sacrifice his left eye. In the past, this powerful treasure belonged to Akhenaten, the supreme magician of the Kingdom of Egypt at that time. While crafting the 7 treasures, the ground shook and split to reveal the millennial stone of the locations, where the 7 treasures were placed. At the same time, the great demon Zork Necrophage rose from the abyss and killed everyone. Before being finished, Akhenaten was able to insert the Millennium Eye in his left eye, and use its magic to protect himself and repel Zork. Number 3. Millennium Puzzle. It was formerly known as the Thousand-Year Necklace. After being separated and put together by Yugi, the name Millennium Game was formed. This is the most powerful treasure held by the pharaoh. After learning how the 7 treasures were created, Pharaoh was extremely depressed and fell seriously ill. Because he wanted his son Prince Atem not to suffer the punishment of the gods, he sacrificed his life to sacrifice to the gods. Atem then succeeded his father, and took possession of the Millennium Game. King of Thieves Bakura is the only survivor of the massacre. 7 treasures were stolen by him, to perform the summoning ceremony of the great demon Zork Necrophage. Not only lost his life, in the battle to defeat Zork, Atem had to use his name to make a spell to seal Zork's soul and himself into the Millennium Game, causing it to break into many pieces. The pharaoh's memory and name were both erased, leaving Atem unable to remember the magic to break the seal. Inside the Millennium Puzzle is an endless maze in the pharaoh's heart with lots of doors. There is only one door of truth, that leads into the world of the king's memory. In the early 20th century, a group of British archaeologists found the box containing the pieces of the Millennium Puzzle, but they mysteriously died. The last one could only say, "Shadow Game," while dying. The person who solves the puzzle will be granted a wish. "Whoever can match me, I will bestow the power and wisdom of darkness." The Millennium Puzzle can purify contaminated souls, increasing its owner's chances of victory in any game or battle. Spirit is the source of strength. If the player loses faith, the power will be broken. The power of darkness is also a power. that helps owners to purify contaminated souls, and increase chances of victory in any game or battle. Spirit is the source of strength. If the player loses faith, the power will be broken. The power of darkness is also a power that it brings to the owner. Number 4. Millennium Ring. Unlike other treasures, the Millennium Ring contains the darkest power. The Circle of Wisdom also contains a fragment of Zork's soul, and also Bakura's soul. Previously, this treasure belonged to Master Mahato. During his battle with Bakura, Mahato performed a forbidden ritual, merging his soul with Ka, forming the forerunner of the Black Witch and defeating him. But unfortunately, the treasure fell into the hands of Bakura. Years later, Bakura Ryu's father found it and gave it to his son, giving birth to the dark personality Yami Bakura. In terms of power, the Millennium Ring acts as a compass, guiding the owner to search for anything, including thousand-year-old treasures. It also has the ability to interfere with the power of other treasures, rendering the owner unable to resist. The Circle of Wisdom can also harness the magic of shadow games like the Millennium games. Number 5. Millennium Rod. In the past, the Millennium Rod was owned by Seto, Kaiba Seto's previous life. This treasure was used in criminal trials by 6 magicians. After the Ka beasts, that come from the hatred within the human heart are seen by the treasures, and manifest their true form, Sorcerer Seto will use this Millennium Rod to seal the monster's souls inside the stone. It can be said that, this is one of the strongest abilities of the Millennium Rod. However, the true power of this priceless treasure does not stop there. The Millennium Rod also allows its owner to go deep into the minds of people to take control, turning them into puppets, or slaves of the owner of this treasure. However, this great power also suffers from certain limitations, such as being unable to influence other Millennium treasure holders, or brave and strong-willed people. The Millennium Rod was later guarded by an Ishtar clan, and eventually in the possession of Merrick, the rightful heir to the Ishtar house. Because his father used a curse to forbid him to leave the grave, he used the infinite power of the treasure and killed his father, carrying out a plot to rule the world. It wasn't until Merrick was defeated in the battle city with Yugi, that the Millennium Rod had a chance to return to its worthy owner. Number 6. Millennium Key. It takes the form of Ankh, a familiar symbol of Egypt. The Millennium Key is considered a symbol of life. It is also the only treasure that does not have the Anubis eye symbol. The key was possessed by Solomon Muto's Egyptian predecessor, then Shimon, but was later transferred to Sheda Sheda in search of the strongest Ka. Shima once used it to seal Exodia the Forbidden One into 5 stones. During the battle with Zork, Shimon used it to free and control Exodia. But taking damage from Exodia's blows cost him his death. The Millennium Key has the power to open the door, leading to the room of a person's soul to observe and change their personality state. The brainwashing process ends when the key touches the person being controlled. In addition, the key also gives the owner the ability to telepathize and sense interruptions, when the objects are changed owners. Number 7. Millennium Necklace. 3,000 years ago, this treasure belonged to Isis, the only female magician, among the high-ranking officials under the pharaoh. Currently, this treasure is also in the hands of another extremely beautiful woman of the Ishtar tribe, a Shizu Ishtar. This treasure has special powers, allowing the owner to see both the past and the future, through their own or other people's timelines. However, the owner cannot change the outcome that has or will happen. In addition, this necklace also helps protect the owner from other dark forces, including the power of thousand-year treasures. We just learned about 7,000-year-old treasures appearing in Yugi-Oh! If you like it, please leave a comment below to let me know. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, so you don't miss any of our videos. See you guys in the next videos.